I think this race is going to be remembered for the terrific return to racing by Firestone, by the terrific performance of Jacques Villeneuve, and never forget that Pac West, in the form of Mauricio Gugelmin in second place, has suddenly entered the ranks of the top team. So a lot of new things have happened in this race that are significant and are going to give shape to the way the season develops.
So working the final lap now. Jacques Villeneuve may in fact have his second IndyCar race wrapped up. Second place may still be in doubt as Gugelmin is still being attacked by Bobby Rahal. There's Pruitt running under in fourth place. Christian Fittipaldi is going to come home with a fifth if he stays where he is. Boisel is sixth, Danner is seventh, Vassar is eighth, ninth is Danny Sullivan, and Brian Herta is 10th right now. None of those positions in contest as we watch the leader.
At that early age, it could be his second IndyCar win.
Boy, is this a future champion of IndyCar? Look how smooth. He knows there's a checkered flag waiting for him, and there it is. The first race of the IndyCar season is done. They celebrate. In Jacques Villeneuve's pits, he has taken his second IndyCar victory.
Paul Tracy flashes across the start-finish line with the white flag being displayed. Newman Haas cars running first and second. Lola's out in front here. Remember how hard they struggled last year.
Remember that Newman Haas with 2 cars last year, including defending IndyCar champion Nigel Mansell, were unable to win a single race. And today, they run 1-2.
You know, the problem Rahal is going to have when they have the meetings after the race, if he doesn't get by Michael, is to say, we're really behind. He out-handled us by so much. We couldn't even get by with Michael having less than 2 gears of what we have.
The two third places in the first 2 races put Bobby Rahal on course for the kind of season that wins him a championship, Bobby, you know? He's always so consistent.
So Bobby Rahal, his last chances now if he's going to move into second place. For Paul Tracy, it's all but wrapped up. He's a full 5 seconds ahead of Michael Andretti as they came across the line last time. But Carl Haas has to be more than satisfied with what he has seen with his cars running first and second as Michael pitches at every way he can. And it looked like he brushed the wall. He did. He catches the wall on the other side. Rahal goes into second place. Michael Andretti just nips the wall coming through the chicane. Rahal now into second place.
He come out and hit that wall pretty hard. He just got it loose. He knew he had to keep his momentum up the corner. He tried, Paul, but he failed.
Oh, what a frustrating situation for Michael Andretti after a brilliant run with a disabled car to hold into second place. But you can't take anything away from this man. Paul Tracy scores the victory. His first for Newman Haas. Bobby Rahal will finish in second place. Robbie Gordon worried about slower cars ahead of him. Now 83 laps as his last stop. The thing has got to be down to fumes for both he and Michael. Fittipaldi has fuel enough to make it to the finish, riding in third place.
Now, theoretically, it just won't go that far. But they're definitely running to the bottom of the tank. That's the way we were talking about earlier. Will they make it?
Can he go for this one more lap? Robbie Gordon tucks in behind Teo Bobby. Michael Andretti runs in second place, trying to close. Robbie Gordon now heading for the final corners. Keeps his foot down. There may be no fuel when he gets there. Look at that! Robbie Gordon has done it! He climbed up. He fell back. He's back up. Robbie Gordon, driving for Derek Walker, becomes the 6th driver to earn his very first victory at Phoenix.
Here's heartbreak looming for a couple of teams. Teo Bobby and Scott Pruitt, we're told, are both going to get stop-and-go penalties for passing Eddie Cheever in a yellow zone.
So those 2 positions were improved under a yellow. Oh, no. So second place goes, third place goes out. Cheever will come forward. That puts Christian Fittipaldi back up to third once again when they display that black flag.
Incredible. 2 black flags for this man, Scott Pruitt, in 2 successive weekends with a major impact on the outcome of the race.
And having a massive impact on the outcome.
If you think that Pat Patrick isn't going to be chewing nails this time, boy, just watch this. He's still having a controversy over the last race in Phoenix last weekend.
Al Unser Jr. crossed the line 22 seconds ahead of second place car as he crossed the line, taking the white flag, indicating the final lap. Teo Fabi acknowledges the black flag, comes into the pits. There is Al Unser Jr., the emperor of the beach, as he makes the final 3 turns. A left, then a right, and the checkered flag will lie ahead. Al Unser Jr. comes onto shoreline. Oh, so careful, as Christian Fittipaldi stalls in front of him. That's going to cost Christian Fittipaldi greatly, as Al Unser Jr. scores his 6th win at Long Beach and his 28th career win. Al Unser Jr. takes the win, and Penske Racing is looking strong again. We'll be back, hopefully, to talk with the leader right after this.
Cheever stays well in front. And now the 197 marker is on the board. A.J. Foyt. Wow, and they're coming up on lap traffic there. That's Cheever going back. Eddie Cheever is not going to make the distance. Fittipaldi's going to first. Villeneuve into second. Cheever sliding back at 198. Oh, wow. Do you believe it? And it's a battle for the lead. 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go. Getting down to the final moment. This is it, like Phoenix, but even closer. Fittipaldi in front, Villeneuve in second. Closing ground. Wow. Coming down, checkers are out. Give it to Fittipaldi.
No one has ever come from 2 laps down to win the Indy 500. The youngest winner thus far in the history of the race was Troy Ruttman. Now, Jacques Villeneuve will be looking at a white flag and 1 final lap, a final 2.5 miles. An unbelievable run. The story will be told that Jacques Villeneuve went 2 laps down on a penalty and fought his way back to the front of the field, across the South Chute for the final time in front of Bobby Unser.
Going by Unser, he's looking really good, Paul. No problems.
Larry Lyondike staying right there, wants to get in that winner's picture. Jacques Villeneuve on the backstretch.
The magnitude of his achievement. Listen to the roar of the crowd. Back from 2 laps down. Only his 2nd year.
1 more turn. The first Canadian on his way to winning the Indianapolis 500. Jacques Villeneuve on the home stretch. And the 79th Indy 500 has been won by Jacques Villeneuve. As Larry Lyondike screams by on the outside, the young Canadian has taken the win. There's 2nd place, Christian Fittipaldi. 3rd place is Bobby Rahal. Eliseo Salazar finishes in 4th. Robbie Gordon comes across the line in 5th place. And look at the despair of Leslie Goodyear.
Just once, but they lead this one now.
Paul Tracy, in fact, was that winner. As he comes off the corner, he'll see the white flag, indicating just 1 more mile to go. And he's got to be wondering about fuel. Paul Tracy takes and acknowledges the white flag. Here comes Al Unser Jr. across the line. Less than a mile to go now. Al Unser Jr. closes in just a bit. In fact, he crossed the line just under 2 seconds behind Paul Tracy as Paul Tracy relaxes just a bit. And he screams down the back straightaway, makes that turn into turn 4. Al Unser Jr. continues his close. Paul Tracy, you watch for momentum, make sure he doesn't come out of the throttle or out of fuel as Al Unser Jr. closes right behind Paul Tracy, but it's not good enough. Paul Tracy takes his 2nd win of the year. Well, I've never seen them so equally matched. The first 7 now running all right at 103 miles an hour as the white flag indicating 1 more lap to go comes out for that group, 1st through 6th. Fernandez sits in 6th. Gordon at the front of the order. 2nd, 3rd, 4th going through. 5th and 6th are Bilal and Fernandez just behind.
Remember 2 hours ago when this race started, Gordon starting from the pole, beginning to fall back, to be picked off by one car after another. How he has now dialed the setup in at just the right moment. Now he's the fastest.
If they can, where will they make their move? Vassar trying to hold off Pruitt. Michael Andretti sitting there waiting, looking for his opening. Again, comes a little bit offline. Robbie Gordon making the final set of turns now. And Scott Pruitt climbing right on the back end of Vassar. Michael Andretti closing on Pruitt.
If the pressure doesn't get to him, they just won't make any mistakes.
A final shot down Sunset.
Oh, Michael sliding out. Here he comes. No, looking, no.
Again, he took a look, decided on the same line in through the corner. Here comes Robbie Gordon. Checkered flag lies just ahead. Will anybody else make a move? They make that final bend. And the checkered flag for Robbie Gordon. Vassar is 2nd. Pruitt is 3rd. Michael Andretti is 4th. Al Unser Jr. comes across in 5th. And Adrian Fernandez finishes in 6th, first through 6th, right through the order. And now Robbie Gordon has managed to split his wins. One on an oval, one on a road course. I told you he'd be a guy to watch. Walker Racing, boy, they're happy with that one. I don't think Ganassi is really unhappy with that second place. What a great run for Jimmy.
How about Adrian Fernandez? He really did a good job today. Kept his nose out of trouble, and it was competitive. Worked it hard.
White flag comes out for Al Unser Jr., so Unser Jr. is going to try to make it the whole way.
That piece of debris we saw was not from Al Jr.'s car. We do believe it was from Greco's. We mentioned that earlier. We do believe it was not from this Penske. So it's plain sailing now. We know he has enough fuel.
Gary Gerald.
And regarding DeFerrin, we just talked to Jim Hall. They have fuel pressure, so it wasn't out of fuel. It's something motor or engine related.
No, it was a very sudden stop. Jan?
A very quick update on Al Unser Jr. When Paul Tracy came out, his closest competition, he could slow down, lean the car, short shift. He should make it easily on fuel.
Unser Jr. working the fast part, the backside. He's done with that now. 29 seconds. He is ahead of second place Jimmy Vasser.
He's cruising through these last S's and the last right-hander.
Still has power on the car, though. Jr. completes his second victory of the year, the 29th win in his career. And he takes the points lead in the fight for the PPG Cup. Villeneuve, then Tracy, there's Vasser, Andre Ribeiro, Bobby Rahal, Fernandez, Pruitt, Fittipaldi, all answer the white flag. Christian Fittipaldi.
All in a line here. Scott Pruitt still hangs on to the back of Adrian Fernandez. And there's Christian Fittipaldi, who should have been right up with these leaders, except he lost track position with that fuel stop. And look at Johansson. Johansson running. He is running in 10th. He's in the top 10.
Parker Johnstone, who's off and on, back on, trying to make up, still at the tail end of the leader lap, running 13.
Emerson still running. You saw a quick glance of him running 15. Had that wheel problem earlier. But here's the battle. Can Jack Villeneuve hold off Paul Tracy?
He does seem to be somewhat quicker, though Tracy's been closing under braking. On the final lap, Tracy's trying to stick with him. Get under braking, closes just a bit, but Jack's faster off the corner.
Oh, Jack kicks up the dust. He has the right side wheels over the curbing.
He looked down for a second, too, as he did that. Now back to that more traditional kind of head slightly cocked to the right as he moves into the kink.
Fastest part of the racetrack. Down between the trees.
Through Thunder Valley, Canada corner now.
Oh, Ribeiro's making a challenge on Vasser. He gets closer.
Ribeiro, Rahal, they close. Coming to the final corner. Unchallenged now. Jack Villeneuve makes that final turn. Tracy drives her deep, but he protects second place as Jack Villeneuve climbs the hill, and he will take the checkered flag at the Texaco Haviland 200, the fourth win of his career, followed by a very heads-up Paul Tracy. Maybe Canadian television will get us back there in a second, but they wanted to get us on the white flag lap for the leader of the race, Michael Andretti.
This is it for Rahal. If anything is going to happen, he's got one more major passing opportunity is going to come at the end of this long straightaway. It does not look like he's got a good run on Michael, who is protecting his position, taking a shallow line down that straightaway.
Final chance of a turn here. No chance at all for Rahal.
No traffic ahead either. Good news for Michael as he looks up the track. He's not going to be held up, or doesn't look as if he is, by a back marker.
Michael Andretti through the final set of turns. Rahal still in pursuit, but not nearly close enough to take Michael out of the win. As Michael Andretti on his way to his first win of the season. Rahal still there and trying, loses the back end a little bit as he makes that final try. But here comes Michael Andretti. Final set of corners past the pit entrance. And Michael Andretti takes his 30th career win. And back-to-back wins his 5th here in Toronto. Here comes Herta as he makes his move on Michael, and he's got him with 2 laps to go.
But no!
Michael comes back as Herta falters. The white flag comes out. Villeneuve comes in on the charge. The white flag is out. 2 miles to go. 1 lap as Villeneuve moves for the lead.
I think Herta missed a gear. I don't think he's in real mechanical trouble. I think he missed a shift. That's why he dropped suddenly back.
Final set of corners now for these two. Jacques Villeneuve has it, but Herta now has the challenge. Can he come up and close on Villeneuve?
This is Villeneuve's canniest race. He's driven great races all year. This is his smartest, most patient, and he will extend his championship.
Quick little straightaway ahead. Jacques Villeneuve, and then Brian Herta as Villeneuve screams for the checkered flag. Herta can't catch him. Villeneuve takes the win, taking the lead in the last lap. Brian Herta cuts across in second. His teammate Vassar in third. Bobby Rahal in fourth.
Pruitt is a very defensive driver.
Little Al tries to the outside as the white flag comes out. Side by side through the first turn. Little Al takes the advantage running high and comes into the lead. Less than 2 miles to go now in this 500-mile run, and Al Unser Jr. picks the lead up again. But what about Scott? He's going to chase Al everywhere he can.
He's got the draft now.
Well, Scott Pruitt may have the advantage coming to the final turns. Did he move too quick? Did he move too soon?
He's still
They
got
continue side by side. Al Unser Jr. and Scott Pruitt come to the line, and Pruitt's got him. Scott Pruitt takes the win.
one of the best races I've seen.
All right, the final lap. The white flag has already flown over on the pit straight. And he is very definitely sandwiched in between Salazar and Pruitt, with Paul Tracy closing in. Paul Tracy nibbled 4 seconds off the lead on the last lap. He could do that again this lap. He could be with him at the finish.
And just think about little Al now. He just absolutely doesn't want to have Salazar be the factor because he can't pass him on the last lap because he doesn't want to take any chances. It could cost the entire race, 83 laps of his work.
On the other hand, he's only got half a lap to go now, which should give him a big enough cushion, and Tracy coming on is going to have to pass Pruitt, who's a tough guy to pass.
Keep an eye back for Tracy. There he is. He still has a car, Alexander Sampedri, that he would have to get around before he was even on the back of Pruitt. So Al Unser Jr. making the final turn. There's the checkered flag. And little Al takes the victory at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, the 29th of his career and the 2nd this season.
You mentioned Honda power. Will the Newman Haas cars be powered by Honda engines next year? There have been meetings, there have been discussions, and Carl Haas knows a good engine when he sees one. They've got a crash. Buddy Lazier.
Lazier catches the wall, turn 4. And will they get it cleaned in time? Marco Greco down on the inside. Now Steve Horn talks to Ribeiro as the white flag will come out, so that won't change anything. Ribeiro will see the white flag, and unfortunately, he'll see the checkered flag under yellow. His first win will come under a yellow, but still a well-deserved victory. As Ribeiro now taking a look at the white flag as he gets through the accident zone and down the front stretch.
There are 2 cars involved. Buddy Lazier is one of them. He made hard contact with the outside wall. That's in Dale Coyne's car. There is also one of the Pac West cars involved in that, I believe. Is it Gugelmin?
Now Gugelmin appears to be in the line, as does Fangio. Greco is the one that we thought. There's the checkered flag. Checkered flag for Andre Ribeiro, for Honda, for Tasman. Great victory here today, right from the pole. Ribeiro takes the victory as the yellow comes out on the final lap. And Andre Ribeiro has taken the victory. Junior, 12 seconds ahead of DeFerrin with 2 laps to go.
Roger Penske spends a considerable amount of time talking to his driver on the radio. Every lap sometimes he will talk to him to update him on his nearest challenger, to talk him through how he needs to handle the closing portions of this race. Incidentally, if the radios ever go out on these Penske's, they have a digital message board on the steering wheel that they use to send information to the drivers.
Well, it looks like everybody's going to give it a shot for the final lap. White flag is out. Al Unser Jr. does not stop. DeFerrin does not stop. Will they make it all the way?
Tire marks on the nose, so the Penske's been in battle. It doesn't have far to go now.
They came across the line. Unser Jr. came across 12 seconds ahead of this man. DeFerrin looking for his best ever result. Al Unser Jr. keeping power, but definitely reduced speed a bit. Squeezing it slowly off the corners. Gordon in third, Johansson fourth. Good result for Stefan. Then Rahal, Pruitt, Fittipaldi, Tracy, Zampedri, and Bosell. Villeneuve is out of the points as Al Unser Jr. takes the win. The championship goes on to the final race of the season in 1 week at Laguna Seca. What a terrific run for the man who moved to his backup car after a crash on the start. Gilles DeFerrin finishes this race in second. If this driver can win this race as he takes the white flag, he will also win Rookie of the Year by a single point. How great is that? So DeFerrin starts his final lap. Gilles DeFerrin, who was close to victory, as Derek suggested at Cleveland. Jim Hall, his owner, looking for a victory here today. Paul Tracy, 9 seconds back in seventh. Jim smiled just a little bit.
And of course, we documented a great race at Vancouver when he almost missed it. They virtually rebuilt their spare car while Valvoline fueled all the racing cars for the restart, gave him an opportunity to finish second. What a way to finish the season. What a way to finish the season for Jim Hall. And few people will argue that they deserve this win. We're going to have 5 first-time winners.
Isn't that great?
5 first-time winners. Has never been better IndyCar racing than it has been this year.
The final lap of the PPG IndyCar World Series, and it's going to supply us with a brand new winner in the person of Gilles DeFerrin. 5th first-time ever winner this year. 10th different driver to win a race this year. That's a record. And the first win for Jim Hall since 1991 as the checkered flag is unfurled. He acknowledges the flag, comes under the Toyota Bridge, and Gilles DeFerrin has won it.
Well, Gary, Gilles DeFerrin has won the race, but the championship, of course, goes to Jacques Villeneuve. Congratulations. I know for you it's a huge relief to finish it here and not have to wait till September.
Oh, yeah, it's great to know what the championship is right now. Whatever happened with the appeal, and we've won it, and then, that's great for whole Team Green. They've done a great job all season. The championship, it shows the chemistry, the work of a whole season, and they sure proved they were the best.
Share your emotions. We know you're leaving next year. Is this a bittersweet moment for you? I mean, you've won the championship, but this is your last IndyCar race for a while.
Yeah, it was the last race with all the guys there, and it's going to be tough, and it would have been great if we could have finished on the podium. But, we did a lot of pit stops today, so we worked well together.
I know, Jacques, you've got a lot of celebrating to do. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.